screen and start your video if you want. So yeah, have a great session, guys.
Yep. Thanks, Karthik. So let me quickly just switch on my video. Yep. Am I visible? I guess better. Yeah. And let me share my screen. Select Windows screen. And let's just select the entire thing. So allow. Yep. Is my screen visible?
Not yet. I'll just wait for it. No, it's not visible.
It does. Okay. Yeah. You're sharing your screen now. Cool. Is it visible now though? And Karthik left. Can someone else from the chat confirm?
Yeah. The screen.
Yeah, cool. All right, cool. So let me just quickly start. The session initially I wanted to name as things I wish someone told me while I was preparing, but apparently the title is too big for Google, so we went with this. So going ahead, let me very quickly introduce myself. Or I think from what I saw in the chat, there are quite a few first years who wouldn't know me. I had a few interactions with the second and third years who are already there. The first years, I have a final year CS student who basically has done a bit of a few internships. Basically, I've done in total 3 internships in my 4 year span. Well, the first one in the end of first year, the second one in the end of second year, and the third one as the semester long internship. So in this session, there is one thing that I learned from each internship, right? So that is what I'm going to try imparting to you and saying कि करना क्या चाहिए आगे. So for me, I specialize in data engineering. That's what the role I will be joining as a company when I join my company will be. So I am more on the ML and data handling side. But these are the things that I'll be telling you today. These are independent of what stream you want to join or what area of work you want to work in, right? There are a lot of different works that you can do. So very quickly, let's today's agenda, where basically what the bare necessity, like for everyone that needs to know before you sit for an internship, right? This is a thing that you need to know before you get your first internship. Then the next thing would be, well, can you do it better? Where basically this would be how do you improve to get your second internship? And the third one is where basically you score the goal and you get the best internship possible for your internship semester, which can possibly convert into a amazing job slash if package matters, then the package has an amazing profile. So going ahead, and by the way, this session I should add over here, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be. I'm going to try keeping the short, I'll skim through quick. But what I wanted to do is basically I wanted to allow you all the members basically to ask your questions through the chat or the question answer forum. Basically, the more questions you ask, right? Every person has unique questions. You need to get them clarified, and we are conducting this session so that you all can clear whatever doubts you all have to go ahead and score the best internship you all can. All right, so let's begin. All right. What is the bare necessity when I talk about कि करना क्या चाहिए हमको कि internship ढूंढने के लिए चाहिए क्या? This was my first question when I was looking for my first internship, right? I tried looking for an internship back in winter of the first year, basically right around this time when I was on the first year. So that's when I realized that I was absolutely not prepared for the internships, right? The first place anyone would go would be internshala or places like those. I went and I saw the job description and the internship description and realized that I hardly knew anything on those. I did have a bit of Python knowledge and I did have a bit of coding experience by making very small projects like C++ में tic tac toe बना लिया या ऐसा कुछ कर लिया वो सब that was there, but there were a few things that were needed more, C++ is good, but that is a very specific thing. People use it for either hardware or things like AR or VR. If I want, I was like, I want to make a website. I never knew what HTML, CSS, or JS was. I knew what HTML was. CSS सुना था, JS तो मालूम ही नहीं था. Python भी था कुछ, सुना था. I started learning Python. I figured out कि winter में I'll spend my time this way that I figure out what a language is. I picked up Python and I learned it, and that's where I started my internship, getting skill set, growing my skill set to get an internship. Then slowly, I luckily had a few friends from other colleges who guided me. Right? They told me that learning a language is not absolutely important. The one thing that you need to realize is knowing a language and then how to use it are two different things. Right? I knew the language. I knew how to run the for loops. I knew how to write classes. I knew how to do all of that. All right, but I did not know how to make a web scraper out of Python. I did not know how to make a game out of Python, right? So that's what I did for the next one semester. I made a lot of mini projects using Python. I read a lot, right? That's the one point I want to give you all. These are the 2 points, if you all see here. These are the 2 points that I want you all to take away from the bare necessity slide. You need to read a lot of code and be updated to what interests you, right? You could basically be in game development, read what other people are making and how they are making, and understand it. It's not like कि अच्छा ये समझ में आ गया. It's not question कि किया क्यों है वो, right? I can write a for loop, I can write a while loop, I can write a do while loop, right? इसमें for loop की जगह while loop क्यों use किया है, right? If not, reach out to the person directly, read code, and that is the most underrated skill. My industry mentor that I have right now, that this is his saying, right? The ability to read code is the most underrated skill, because you will be working in slowly over the time. You'll be looking at code bases, hundreds and hundreds lines of code, where basically you won't have any idea how to start. So that is the point when I read code so that you get to know your language, right? And read blogs or get used to those projects that other people are doing, so that you know कि अच्छा ये चल रहा है. That's what I did in my second semester. By the end of second semester, I had a few Python projects and I had gotten used to like थोड़ा बहुत ML समझ में आने लग गया था, ठीक है. So by the end of summer break of the first year, I basically grabbed my first internship. It was I would say it was the worst experience ever. But I would still say that it helped me a lot. Why would I say a worst experience helped me? Where basically the first internship matters. It's basically the first time you'll be interacting with a person who has an industry view on industry side of things, right? So that's what's important. Doing an internship and getting the industry side of things is more important than right now, no, going and becoming या सीधा मैं ML AI का एक्सपर्ट बन जाता हूँ ना, वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हमें इंडस्ट्री को चाहिए क्या, अंदर से समझो और फिर उसको क्रैक करो, ठीक है. सो फ्रॉम द बेयर नेसेसिटीज, this is what you require before you could grab any of your first internship. Now these are the slides I would say ki matter more to the first years. If you're looking for the first years, these are the things that you should look for when you look for internships, right? Make projects, learn one thing that interests you, pick one area that interests you, be it ML, AI, gaming, AR, VR, drones. I know a person who was intrigued by drones and ended up making a small code base that worked on drones, right? Pick that, understand the language, and figure it out. That's all you need to know. कि end में first year हो, people expect कि first year के end में they will say कि ठीक है, चलता है. Now coming to the second point, this is where my second internship came. Now after the first internship, the first mistake that I made was I got laxed a lot, right? I realized कि यार internship मिल गया, इतना easily मिल गया मेरे को, और वो सब. It didn't matter to me कि मैं कर क्या रहा हूँ. second year, first semester, and second semester, I spent my time laxing. I didn't do anything, right? Luckily, I had the habit by then to read code and understand code by then because of my previous two things. I was reading a lot of people, what other people were doing, and I was uh, understanding it well because of the practice of I had learned कि मेरे को code read करना आता है. ठीक है? I started reaching out to people for a second internship. I got an interview. The first phone call went this way. He asked me what are my projects. All right. I gave him the natural projects that everyone was doing, and he slammed me out there. Like he literally the words he said right now were, if I vaguely remember, was ये तो सब कर रहा है मेरे को बोर मत कर मेरे को कुछ नया बता तू क्या कर सकता है. Now at that point at that point I realized that if everyone is doing what am I doing unique. He said, then I asked him for another chance. He said, and asked him, okay, if you have an idea, drop me. Else I will give me another week or so, and I'll come back on something. I blatantly said that it's something that is very rare to say in an interview, but I did say it. So I went ahead and he said, all right. He gave me a problem statement, said, ki make a movie, entire end-to-end movie recommendation system. And I literally no idea how to do it. I went ahead and read a lot of code in 1 to 2 days. The next 4 days I grinded and I ended up making it. All right. I from Python, where I hardly knew anything in the entire second year, I was able to make it just on the previous two skills of the ability to keep up with what other people are doing and the ability to read code. This is where in the 1 week I did, can you do it better? I collected those skills, I collected my knowledge, and I made something a lot better. I made a movie recommendation system. A week later, the guy got on a call. We were on a call for an hour. I explained him the entire nitty gritty of the entire code that I had written, and he was absolutely impressed. I got my internship there, and it was at one of the good institutions. If anyone knows, SP Jain. I was a research intern over there for 2 months. I helped writing a financial paper over there. So the same person is right now a mentor to me. I look up to him, and I've gone to Bangalore and I've met him, and he's guided me on a lot of things. So these connections, right? These are advices from him. He always said he's not at all looking at what people are doing on LinkedIn. He wants to see what unique can I do. He wants to know why the hell should I hire you, right? So that's the thing that got to me, right? ठीक है, समझ गया. See, अगर कोई game development कर रहा है उसको, can you make a game and can you share it to me? Can I play it on my computer? Can I just like double click your .exe file आई, मैं उस पर double click किया and I should be able to play the game. Are you making an AR VR application? Can you package it somewhere that I can use the AR application from my phone, right? If you know web development, can you make yourself a good portfolio website? People make a lot of portfolio websites, and it's the best thing to do if you know web development. Rather, everyone should have one, but if you are in core web development, then there's nothing better to make a really good website for yourself. If you know Python, can you release a pip package? For the first years, Python is very modular, right? People make packages and you can module them out so that other people can use it, right? So can you write your own code and share it with others? Can you make something useful? I've done this. I have a pip library online right now that people don't download. It's a time pass के लिए किया था, but किया है. I know how to do it now. That's the thing. You need to learn, right? The basic idea from this is that can you do something with the language that when you sit for an interview is going to be intriguing and interesting to talk about for the interviewer, right? Because you need to look at it from their perspective. The interviewer is going to come and interview you, but he's also interviewed 10 other people before you and will be interviewing 10 other people after you, right? What is something that can you do to leave a mark on the interviewer? So that's the thing that I learned from the second internship. That's when I realized you need to do something a lot better and a lot different from the people on LinkedIn or I don't know the community around you, basically the college, right? Everyone will do सबको मिनी प्रोजेक्ट मिला होगा C++ का या कुछ तो भी. सब लोग ने सेम प्रोजेक्ट किया होगा और run on the same movie booking system, train booking system or something else. Me and Karthik in first year, we made a tic-tac-toe game which worked on a minimax algorithm that could basically, the game was defined so that you cannot defeat it. Me and Karthik worked on it. So that is something, right? कुछ ऐसा करो कि it's different. This is the second point that I would like to say कि ये important है अगर आप second internship ढूंढने जा रहे हो तो people may now you know your language, now you know your things, now what more can you do with your language and the knowledge you have. Now going ahead, the last point, now I'll be taking some time over this. The untold expected, कुछ तो बड़ा नाम रख दिया, कुछ तो स्लाइड के लिए भरने के लिए था तो रख दिया. So but this is the most important point of all. This is the thing that is going to grab you the best internship or the most important internship of your 4 year college degree time, right? Basically the 6 month internship. The 6 month internship is gonna matter a lot. My first and second internships were 2 month, 2 month internship. So your 6 month internship matters a lot because the company is investing in for 6 months. They expect you to do well so that maybe at the end of 6 months you could continue in the end, right? That is lucky for us. It was not that because we had our internships in the end of third year. For your third year, second years, and first years, I believe the internship is now in the fourth year, second semester. So basically, now companies will come and they will look for people who are actually interested in working in that company and can continue immediately after the 6 months. So these are the things that I expect really थोड़ा बहुत आना चाहिए.
Okay, one
And these are
second. Just to
constant.
interrupt you, Ashmeet, sorry. Everyone, I just wanted
Yeah,
to tell Ashmeet is also the placement, lead for the college. So,
yeah.
whatever he says
Yeah.
regarding the placements and internships, take them, very keenly. Like, he'll give you really important information about what kind of industry, or what kind of companies expect from you guys. तो ध्यान से सुनना, अभी कान खोल के सुनो.
कान खोल के सुन लो बच्चों. So going ahead, basically, yeah, I am right now I'm also in the placement committee. I work with Nilisha ma'am, who is our placement officer, to work and conduct drives in our college or maybe look for companies that could come. I talk to HRs regularly and I know what people, the companies that come to the college expect, right? I have seen companies come to college with very light profiles, and I've seen hardly any people able to crack them. Right now, I am absolutely not ditching on a college and saying कि क्या चल रहा है. It's something that ठीक है. Every other college is doing it, but somehow, somewhere, me and my friends, right, me, Karthik, and our peer group, we were able to score big. Karthik got into Microsoft. I have a really good job profile right now that is very niche. But so we did something unique in our college life. So that is what we are trying to say कि करना क्या चाहिए आगे, right? So let's go ahead and say कि what are the expectations that no one tells you to have? Clean and maintained code. तुम लोग बोलोगे अच्छा इधर भी comments आ गया. It is an important part of this thing. Basically, when joined my 6 months internship, the first code I wrote, I hardly wrote any comments, right? If I remember correctly, I wrote an entire Python application, and it was around 150 lines, and it was commented at 3 to 4 places. So out of 150 lines, 3 to 4 comments were there. My mentor slammed me out there and said, Ki, go read this blog. He passed me a blog and said, Ki, you need to understand why comments are important. I went and spent and read that blog an hour. It was a huge blog. I spent an entire hour reading that blog, and that's when I understood ki comments important. After I commented the way the blog taught me, I realized the code base went from 150 lines to a total of 350 lines. That's when you realize that commenting कोड से ज्यादा comments थे मेरे फाइल में, but that is what is appreciated. because in the end, after my 6 months, there is a person who's not going to be there to handle my code, right? I join a company, I work on a code for a year. I leave it uncommented. What happens to the person who takes on the project after a year? I move on to another project, I move on to another company. Someone comes and handles my project. I have no comments in it. What about that? I have to go and so these are called fires. People, this is a fire in the startup, right? Basically, no one knows what the project is doing, so only one person knows. Documentation needs to be there, right? Another thing that you need to know is how to maintain code using a version control system. I do not know how many of the first years know what is Git or GitHub, but I expect second years and third years to know what Git and GitHub is by now. For the first years, Git or GitHub is something that basically when you work on when multiple people work on the same code base, right? I am and Karthik are working on the same project, but we are coding different parts of it, but in the end we want to integrate it. We work on something called a version control system, and this allows the breaking and joining of code together, and version maintains it in case we somehow break the code in the end, but we know that our previous code was working, we can immediately revert back to our old version. Basically, it's in the name, version control system. So these are a few things that you need to know. Now there are a few things that you like तुमको पूरा Git और GitHub नहीं आना चाहिए. When I say Git or Git आना चाहिए is basically like when I say this line, right? Fork, create a branch, patch this code and raise a PR. You should understand what I mean by this. So if I had to give you a real-time example, I'm working on something known as Airflow right now. I contribute to open source, right? This is a fork branch, all right? Airflow is one code repository. This is the entire code that how many 1,383 contributors are working on, right? Now these are working parallelly on this. Now, how do you contribute to this? You do something known as forking. You see over here, you fork yourself. So basically, you copy this entire code base to yourself. I copy that entire code base. I make the changes that I need to do, and you say कि अच्छा मेरे को वापस code merge करना है. So you raise something known as a pull request. Say, all right, I made these changes. Pull this code again into the entire code, right? So that's what you do. You need to understand कि चल क्या रहा है. What exactly are these version control systems? What is the use for them? No one's expecting you to know the entire thing, but you should know कि git add, git commit और git push क्या होता है. Because यार company में पहला महीना you do not want to be the person who goes and sets git. You want to be my industry mentor has this very good blog which says that your first 90 days in a company are the most important, and they should not be spent learning something new into the company. It should be more towards contributing towards the company. So that is the thing, right? Luckily, when I joined Whirlloop, which is the company that I interned with, I luckily had the knowledge of Git. I already knew what everything was. Not everything. I never knew what a fork was and I never raised a PR before, right? But I knew कि अच्छा चल क्या रहा है. So I had no prior experience to it, but I knew कि वो चीज चाहिए क्यों? Why do people do this? So I wrote the code in the first month and I raised a PR. That was appreciated. All that this intern can write code and raise a PR in a month. That is appreciated. And in the first month, the only thing that I had to realize and learn was documentation and doc strings. The thing that I said, मैंने प्रोजेक्ट पे काम किया, मैंने 150 लाइन का कोड लिखा, बट मैंने डॉक्यूमेंटेशन नहीं लिखी. मैंने उसकी फिर बाद में I wrote a documentation, I wrote doc strings for it, and these are the things that ended up being appreciated. You basically have every month you can ask for a review from a mentor, and these are the good things that you did, these are the bad things that you did. These are the good things that he told me, that all right, you picked up documentation and it was a good documentation that helped. So that is good. These are the things that are expected, but no one actually will tell you directly in the college. I am telling you this from proper experience कि यार ये मायने रखता है. Another thing is expected to have an idea of APIs. Now I'm going, many, this is like a cliff. I was still now explaining in very normal terms. Now I've taken a jump from the cliff and I've gone complete technical. And बहुत टेक्निकल टर्म्स आएंगे भी. APIs होते क्या है? I do not. Third years को मालूम होना चाहिए. Second years and first years, it's okay if you do not. Uh, it's okay if you do not know. But get an idea from this. If you do not, in the end, questions hai. APIs are something that basically allow you to communicate. I write a piece of code. Karthik writes a piece of code, and I want these two pieces to talk. What I do is I wrap one piece of code over an API. I basically make endpoints for it. I say, okay, I can communicate to this code using internet. I send an HTTP call, get call, post call. अगर किसी ने सुना है, I send it over to him and said, "All right, get me this piece of code and get me this data from, or run this piece of code on this data." Why are APIs important? It enables you to build applications around these projects. The projects that you make, right? So in the second year, if you remember, a while back I talked about, I made an end-to-end movie recommendation system. There was a very big flaw in it. Everything was in the right same code base, and if any of the small pieces, right, stopped working, the entire code base used to stop working. That's when I realized it's the worst practice, it's the worst code base I'd ever written. In the third year, me and my another friend, we took up the project and made it and perfected it. We had three APIs communicating to each other, um, and we had basically an entire movie recommendation system working on. If we were able to, we weren't able to basically take it online, but if we were able to scale it up and take it online, the plan was to release a college college specific movie recommendation system. What are the students sitting in H block watching, and how are they recommending this TV show? What are the people working in people right now in the G block watching, and how are they recommending it? That was the idea, and we did that in third year. It's okay अगर ये सब ऊपर से जा रहा है, चलता है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, questions पूछ लेना. This is what I say ki it enables you to build applications. So we took a project that we had, very small project, and we built an application over it. हम लोग ने complete उसको सोच समझ के बनाया. The other thing is, majority of the time when you work on projects, right, you will require tools which have APIs. Let me give you an example. GitHub itself. So you saw, right? A funny story. GitHub APIs are the worst written APIs. You would expect basically them to be well written or user friendly. I know this by experience because the interview exam that I had for my 6-month internship required me to create an application using a GitHub API. So yes, these APIs are asked in interviews also. Like you could be asked to make an code that runs on basically that uses the GitHub API to do something. So basically something like find the code base that has the most number of PRs, right? So that is something that you can use GitHub. So GitHub ने पीछे code लिखा हुआ है already. All you need to do is make a REST call to it. You say, "Okay, get this link and the PR," and you get all the data from it, right? So you need to know how you work with these APIs. In the end, there are other tools also. Okay, another example I had written. I forgot I had written in my PPT. MongoDB API. MongoDB, if you all do not know, is a database. It's a database basically, and database are used to store data. Now, database usually people are hosted online, right? How do you access data online? So MongoDB already has an API for it. What you do is already you say, okay, this is my database, this is my password for the database, and I want this much data from the API. Get the data. I want Twitter data. I use a Twitter API. I want to collect all the tweets. I write an API. I want all right. मेरे को ये status के सारे data चाहिए. मैंने खींच लिया. These are APIs. it helps you communicate code and communicate with code written by other people. And this is important. Everyone should make an API. Now, this is an advice that everyone should take up as a project. Basically, tools that could help you for Python if you're beginning. Flask is more beginner friendly. I still use Flask. I love Flask. It's so much beginner friendly. It's so much quick to make APIs with. But over the time, when you scale your project, Flask can become slow. So Django, if you already know Django, these are bits and pieces. How for the first is, if you are like these words are going above you, Flask and Django. These are pre-existing code which you can download. याद है मैंने अभी बोला था pip install pip होता है कुछ. You can pip install Flask and pip install Django to use code written by others to basically make it easier to make APIs, right? For JavaScript, if you're using, I think Express.js, I haven't first hand मैंने use नहीं किया है, but it's a thing. Just a second. All right. Few examples that you could make an API that takes Twitter statuses and basically return the mood, right? If you're interested in ML and AI, okay, you say कि मैं mood पहचान सकता हूँ अगर मेरे को टेक्स्ट दिया तो उसके एप्लीकेशन उसके ऊपर एक API बनाओ जो ट्विटर स्टेटस का लिंक लेगा. You send a request to the Twitter API, say कि all right, get me the status of from this link, and you return back the mood. Cool. And an API for a web application such as a movie recommendation. This is a recommendation system. This is something that is done. This is done by me. If you want, we have a code base. It's not so perfect, but it's there online on GitHub and on my repository. You can go and have a look. So everyone should make an API. This is something that we all should definitely do. Now, this is the most demanding, the last expectation. Now, this is something that I do not expect third years, second years, and first years to know. If you all notice, we followed a pattern. The first expectation, say the first, second years or for third years, you all should know that. If you all don't, you all need to gear up now. The last expectations, it's okay if you all if the second and the first years do not know. Third years, you all should know what the APIs are. The last expectation, third years, it's okay if you do not know this, but this is something that helped me understand and get into the company. You make an API, how do I use it? You made an API, how do I use it from my laptop here? You have to deploy it. People do not understand how do you exactly deploy code. Basically, this is not expected majority of the time. Not a lot of companies expect to do this, expect you to know this, but it is very, very handy to know. Basically, a few pieces that help you deploy, right? All you should know is have a bit of idea about them. You do not need to know Docker. You do not need to know Google Cloud. You do not need to know the complete MongoDB database or Postgres. I did not. I will write and I say that I still do not know the complete Docker, and I still do not know the complete Google Cloud, or I still do not know the complete MongoDB. But I had an idea back in third year कि ये तीनों चीजें करती क्या है. Docker is something basically that helps you contain a code. You say कि अच्छा मैंने code मेरे laptop पे बना दिया. How do you say कि अच्छा this same code runs on an alternative PC also? What you can do is you package everything in something known as a container, and you say कि अच्छा take this container, and wherever you run it, it is an environment in its own. It is a laptop in its own. So irrespective of which laptop or which desktop you take it to, it is going to run it. The Google Cloud or any cloud, as उसकी image मिल गई तो मैंने डाल दिया, कुछ भी use कर लो, AWS, Azure. The cloud myth. First year and second year, I had no idea what the cloud was. Always heard cloud computing, cloud ye, cloud wo. I had no idea. Yaar, now that I've used cloud, I can say this cloud or kuch nahi hai. Basically the same laptop, right? If you do not have a laptop, you do not have a powerful laptop, you can use the cloud, and you can say, you can go to Google Cloud and say, all right, I need a bit of more powerful machine. I'll pay you this much, get me this machine. And Google Cloud does that. That is literally cloud. And obviously there are other functionalities to it, right? But this is the most basic functionality to a Google Cloud, to any cloud system. Basically, um, services on demand. I want a machine. All right, here's your machine, and you need to pay this much. I want a GPU. I want a graphic card for processing my machine learning or the AI algorithms. Okay, here's your GPU. All you need to do is pay this much. That is the clouds, right? You all should have an idea about ki chal kya raha hai, what are VMs. Yes, sir. You all do not need to have experience in them. आइडिया होना चाहिए कि चल क्या रहा है उनके बीच में. The third one is databases. Get used to using databases. No one expects you to know them completely or everything, but you all should know your databases. You know what you should know what is the difference between PostgreSQL and MongoDB. You all should know how to write a SQL query. MongoDB not so much. मैंने भी मेरी पहली MongoDB query सीधा internship में लिखी थी, and but I knew कि MongoDB queries are written differently and they work differently. So that's all. बस थोड़ी सी knowledge होनी चाहिए, right? This is what is really important for y'all to take in. These are the few expectations that are hard to get, that are very rarely expected. But when you actually show up on these expectations, right, it matters to the interview a lot. Like this guy knows what Docker is. He does not use it, but idea is he can grasp the concepts easily when he will come into the company. In turn of people expect you to learn. Okay? So keep that idea in it. Now, a project for all. There are two projects that I had mentioned in this entire presentation. The previous one was basically the one mentioned in the slides, right? Make an API, and everyone should make an API. Adding up to it, everyone to make an API. Write clean code, make an account on GitHub, upload the same on GitHub, and then try deploying it on Heroku. Now, Heroku एक नया शब्द आ गया वापस. Heroku क्या नाम है? Heroku is nothing but a cloud platform where basically you can host things for free for now. I do not know how the pricing or anything else will change, but sooner or later they might. But there is, right, free and hobby. You can small personal projects, right? You can build and host them online. So you all should do this. I'm not logged in weirdly, but I have 5 applications right now. The maximum that you can have already running on my hobby. This. Try figuring it out. There are a lot of blogs out there. Figure out कि करते क्या है. Heroku पे चढ़ाते क्या. Flask application बना लिया, उसको चढ़ाए क्या. Express का API बना लिया, उसको Heroku पे चढ़ाए कैसे. There are a lot of blogs. If you do not understand, reach out to me and I'll help you. But everyone should do this. This helps you understand कि अच्छा चल क्या रहा है. Gets you the understanding कि okay, this is how the code is going to get deployed. This is how the companies work. This helps, right? In the end, finally ढूंढे किधर. Now coming to the last point, I should add a disclaimer at this point. All of this knowledge is important will work true for a lot of companies that are not MNCs. Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon. इनका सबका पहला टेस्ट एक होता है, वो है डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स और एल्गोरिदम. अगर I am a person who is a bit more, I love working in startups because I worked in 2 startups. My 2 internships were in, 2 of the 3 internships were in startups, and I like the pace, so I'm more biased towards startups. But if you want to work in MNCs, the first test, at least from what I have in my knowledge, is data structures and algorithms. You can ask Karthik, he had data structures and algorithm ka test when he was sitting for Microsoft. We have another company that comes in the college by the name of DirectEye. DirectEye, yes, the company that runs CodeChef, that used to, I think, is bought recently. But DirectEye. So that company comes, and no one ever in the last 4 to 5 years, even not even me, has able to clear the coding test. Data structures and algorithms. Data structures and algorithms is an entire different point. I used to do it. I was good at it in the first and second year, and I gave it up. अगर if basically it's competitive coding for people who are confused कि DSA बोल रहे हैं. It's competitive coding. We have, I think DSE has a competitive coding branch. Get to them and say कि करना क्या चाहिए अगर MNCs में चाहिए. For startups, and there are a few companies who follow their own assessment patterns where they could ask you to build something like API. These are the things that could be expected. And MNCs, once you get clear the DSA round, then these things in the interview will be more helpful. So basically, that is when you can shine your resume, right? All right, this person has deployed something to Heroku, so he has an idea about Heroku. Let's question him about that, and that's where you leave a mark on the interview कि अच्छा चीज करनी क्या है, इस बंदे को आता है, ठीक है. These companies are rare and are usually startups. The people who hire not by DSA but through assignments like build me an API or build me something or something else. Like going ahead, finally ढूंढना किधर है. So I built this grid yesterday. I sat for an hour and like देने तो let's make a proper thing. Let's go from left to right. Contacts. These cold mails. This is how I got my second internship. I wrote a cold email to a professor in SP Jain, and I said कि I'd like to intern under him. And I had a bit of idea on what he was working with, and I expressed कि okay, maybe this is how something I can improve, or this is something what we can work on, maybe, or this is something that we can improve with, and stuff like that, right? It basically shows the person on the other side, the person you're writing the cold email to, okay, this person knows a bit about my company and he does make sense or does not make sense, but he wants to give his inputs. Let's talk to him. People are looking for such people who are enthusiastic to work in the company. It's not like the doors are closed. The doors are always open for every company. They are looking to hire good people, enthusiastic people. It's just that how well you present yourself. The second one is reach out to a friend or a company and ask for a referral. It works. I took this as a joke. I never believed this myself. I just thought it's bad or it never works or something like that. Until a friend came out of the way and actually referred me to my third internship company. She came and she was like, no, I don't care. You just refer. And I was absolutely not even ready for the interviews. She referred me in, and somehow, somewhere, I got the internship. Referrals, they work. Basically, it's a way of the company employee showing a trust on you. An employee already trusts you that all right, this person is capable of getting the job and doing the job well. So it matters the most. Now, if you do not have contacts, the second one would be the websites, right? These websites collect a lot of, make a lot of openings. Angel.co, Cutshort, and LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn to sabne suna hai. Angel and Cutshort. Angel is more startup oriented. So if you are planning to work in startups and like in a more fierce and more go-to environment, the Angel will help you more. Startups. Cutshort, I think, is more broader. Everyone can post. From what I know, I haven't used it yet. So you all could try these. Maybe you all could take a screenshot of this slide or something. So these are basically your go-to sites. I do not know how well LinkedIn works. Everyone says LinkedIn works, so maybe it works. I have no idea. Then the last one is career pages. Every company has their own career page. Microsoft has a career page. Airbnb has a career page. Any company has a career page. If you go down, if you scroll all the way down or somewhere, right? I'm pretty sure Heroku themselves might have a career pages. Careers. Here you go. Careers. If I go here and I might be able to see any open positions. Stalk these pages that interest you. Find out the companies that interest you and see what openings they have. Are there any openings for internship? apply to them. That's these are the three ways that I think y'all could get internships and are would be really helpful. And lastly, a very good quote from a friend of mine, a batchmate and a friend of me and Karthik. It's a time to explore and not choose. Um, what he exactly meant, and let me to give you the context. When I was discussing him that I'm doing this session, he said, I asked him what one advice would you like to give the first years. He said, take your take your time, but and explore. Do a first internship, do a second internship, do a third internship. Why? Because this helps you explore. I would have not been here giving this session if I did not do my first internship. If at that time in the that one semester in the first semester first year I did not realize ki these internships this internship is going to help me, y'all would not be listening to these advices. I know gyan hai, but hey, the first internship helped me, even though it was a bad experience. Then the second internship helped me, and it helped me realize ki all right, I know only 10% of the tech world. Let's get into it more. That's what he means. Explore करो अभी के लिए. Choose end में career में fourth year में time मिलेगा तुमको. But you all need to know what is happening in the tech world, and you need to get out into the tech world to understand that. So with this, I like to end my session or talk. ज्ञान तो दे दिया, अब तुम पूछो
So
अगर
guys,
कुछ
if you have
पूछना है
any
तो.
questions, put them in the Q&A section. Uh, just before starting the Q&A session, I would also like to share one of my experiences. And like it comes from Ashmit's PPT itself, like what Ashmit said. So when I applied for a startup, that was Mini Orange. It's a Pune-based company. It's a startup, and they make plugins for WordPress. Now, when I applied to them, my interviewee or my interviewer, sorry, asked me first thing, what is the project that you most like? And I had a project which related to cybersecurity. It was it was a virus kind of file which I had made. Like I was really amazed at what I could do with Python. So it was made in Python, and I had done Python scripting on it. So it was a keylogger. Keylogger is nothing but a file that tracks your keyboard typing. So you can type your passwords, and I know what your passwords are. So he asked me, does this file work on anyone's computer? And at that point, it was a make and break for me to get a position in that company. And what I was asked to do is send my file to him and he will run it on a click. And if it works, I have the internship. So he just sent me that one line, send me the file. If it works, you have the position. And at that moment, I was not nervous because I knew that my keylogger was so perfectly, written, or I wrote it so well that it's not going to break on any PC because it's a hack. So that is one thing that got me, the internship, that you should have your projects really well built and very, really well planned out. So the better your projects on your like resume, the better you build them, the more confident you be about them, the more confident you can be of getting a position in any company that you apply or a startup you apply. The second thing is, once I was in my internship, just like Ashmeet said, the first few months are really important. They expect you to know a few things beforehand so that they can, put some more loaded work on you. So they don't have to be like, अरे इसको तो अभी ये सीखना पड़ेगा, इसको time लगेगा. Let's not give him this work, because what happens as an intern is company is not readily, uh, कि इसको काम दे दो ये संभाल लेगा, because it's a whole startup. Startups are really tight with the schedules. They're like, is budget mein, is timeline mein project khatam karna hai. So if you somehow in the first 90 days show them, yeah, that I have the capability to do this project, give it to me and I will do it somehow because I already possess the skills to do them, it will be a make and break for you during your internship. So same way in Mini Orange, I proved my skills for cybersecurity and they gave me a whole project to make a scanner, a vulnerability scanner, because they knew I had the skills already in me and it would take me really less effort to get started with the project. And when applying for Microsoft, the first project that I was asked was my internship project. They asked me, is this project deployed somewhere, is it working? And I was like so confident in explaining them, yes, this project is currently earning revenue for the company. That was another make and break for me into Microsoft. So it's all the journey that you take throughout your years. Ki how good your internship project was, sorry, how good your personal projects are, then how good your internship projects are. These are all going to reflect in your path, like whenever you apply for outside companies. So that would be my like small example of how you could make and break into any place if you want. So let's get to the Q&A section. I see two questions. I'll take the first one. Ashmit, you can take the second one. There's a third. Yeah, so we'll just go one by one through them. So
Hmm.
first one is from Ansh. He's currently in second year, and
Yep.
yeah. So Ansh, you asked us ki you know you're not getting time with all this college work, that you're not able to do your projects, your own projects in the same time, and how do you manage that? So I what I would suggest is, if you're working on a solo project, divide it into parts. Don't take your whole project into a complete chunk. Don't be like, let's take an example, मेरे को एक वेबसाइट बनाना है. Don't be like, मैं एक ही दिन में बैठ के पूरा वेबसाइट बनाऊंगा. Don't do that. Break your project into chunks in a proper chunk way. So first decide, I'll write the HTML today, I'll refine my HTML tomorrow, I'll write the CSS tomorrow, like day after, and I'll keep refining my project in chunks. This way you can divide your projects in smaller parts, and you can distribute it all throughout the week. So by the time and you should also plan out a timeline कि चलो इस एक वीक में मेरे को ये प्रोजेक्ट खत्म करना है. Or you can think like, okay, this is a big project, I might need a help. So it's never bad to get a enthusiastic teammate and work together. This not only gets your team building skills together, but then at the end you both have a really good, well developed project. So let's assume you're really good at the front end part, you know how to do the nitty gritty, like UI kaise banana hai, how to make it really attractive, but you don't have that much into the back end कि मेरे को पता नहीं है database कैसे संभालते हैं, उतना नहीं आता. Don't bother about it. Get an enthusiastic friend, your colleague. You can find anyone in DSC. They collaborate with them. They're more into backend. You can learn from them and also have your project going with them. So that's for like a collaborated project. But for the solo project, I would suggest you divide it. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. You will have to spend a few sleepless nights. कॉलेज में सब नहीं सिखाया जाएगा. It is all on you. Like, you'll have to go on YouTube, you'll have to go to blogs, you'll have to go to articles, you'll have to explore as much as you can. So college is not a place where you learn what an industry wants. नहीं, college is actually a place where you just be getting your degree. दो सब्जेक्ट मिलेगा, एग्जाम करो, डिग्री निकाल के चले जाओ. It's just a certificate छापने के लिए, एक डिग्री छापने का जरिया है कॉलेज. कॉलेज से उतना नहीं सीखने को मिलेगा जितना यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग. सो टू लर्न, इट्स मोर अबाउट हाउ मच यू कैन लर्न ऑन योर ओन. जितना खुद पे यूट्यूब पे जाओ, देयर इज लाइक इंटरनेट फ्री डूड. लाइक जाओ, जितना जितना ढूंढ सकते हो ढूंढो. 2 दिन नहीं सोने से फर्क नहीं पड़ता. अभी तुम्हारी उम्र कुछ नहीं है, ठीक है. 19-20 साल के हो, 19-20 साल के हो, मत सो.
बस 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 मत डरा भाई.
Okay, next question. Ashmit, you take this up.
Alright, नहीं रुक जा. 1 second. You missed one point of his. He said कि I'm active in coding, but the thing
Yeah,
is,
this you take
I'm
up.
not able to learn which company requires. So which company requires what, right? That is very, very specific. But overall, the things that are there, every company expects you to know a language, right? वो तुमको उनके career profiles में जाओगे ना, मैंने वो career page दिखाया था, उसके थ्रू जाओ और देखो कि उनके अंदर requirements क्या है. कुछ कंपनीज में होगा कि पाइथन चाहिए, कुछ कंपनीज में होगा जावा चाहिए, कुछ कंपनीज में होगा कि HTML CSS JS चाहिए. तो the best way to know what companies tech stack, the thing that you're looking for is called a tech stack. What is the company's tech stack? That is the best way to get to know that is go to the company's career page and pick go and browse through their open profiles and see कि वो लोग use क्या कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. So that is my advice. Kaka, Ridesh, what is a REST API? Please explain me REST API. So REST APIs, think about it this way, right? These are REST API, something that works on the HTTP protocol. Now ये थोड़ा technical जाएगा, but it is since you've asked a technical question, so here we go. REST API works on an HTTP protocol. What you do is basically you make you make something known as endpoints. I'm not trying to explain that in the very layman terms. So if I had to very quickly go to my GitHub, okay, and my screen is not shared, right? Entire screen, allow, share screen. Yeah, is my screen visible, Karthik? Yeah. So all right. So if you go to my, if you go to any of my, where's my perfect flick? So this is the movie recommendation system that I was talking about, right? Kaka, now Hridesh, you need to look at this, right? So what exactly is REST API is basically you make something known as routes and ways to access your code on the internet, right? So if I run this, it will run a local server on my PC, where basically if I call 127.0.0.1 एंड से कि स्लैश ट्रेन पे एंड पॉइंट पे मैं ये एक कुछ पोस्ट कर रहा हूँ, तो उसका वो रिटर्न कुछ भेजेगा. Apparently in this case it always sends true, but bad code again. So that is what REST API is. Basically you build something that talks to each other on the basis of get and post. Again, get is get me this from the code. Post is okay, I have this, post this to the code, let the code process it, and it will send me something back. That is what get and post is. These are the two most things that you will use in REST. Get me something, post this thing to that thing. So in this case, if you see, the method is post, so I will be sending some data. I send him a JSON file. I say, all right, get this data, I'm sending this data, validate it and send me back. Get में कुछ है क्या? Get लिखा नहीं है इसमें. अच्छा, everything is post. So get is something simply like status. Get me the status of the site. Is it 404? Is it 200 or what? Right? That. Hridesh, we will not be going in depth with this. Let's just, if you need more doubts, contact me personally. Technical, abhi ke liye I'm not planning to go in tech. What is the advice for ML and DL? मशीन लर्निंग एंड डीप लर्निंग करनी है तो the first place where anyone starts is okay भाइयों रुको बहनों भी what will be the best advice to someone pursue ML and DL? How did I start? I started with Andrew Ng, like anyone else. The Coursera course where basically anyone needs to do is basically Andrew Ng ka ML course. Now, it might not be up to date, it might not be everything, but it is something that will get your basics strong. It is the best course out there to get your basics strong. If you've done Andrew Ng, the next step I would say is to get coding. There are libraries out there, there are data sets out there. Start making your own ML, start making your own models. Now, ये अगर आपके ऊपर से जा रहा है Samir, then the one thing you need to do is read. You literally Google, I say, all right, how to make basically give me an example. Status, image recognition. Recognition software using Python, and I say, okay, I want blogs from Medium. Medium is a blog post, right? So I say, all right, image recognition is 10 lines of code. This is a very bad blog. It's not a very bad blog, but it basically gets you started, right? Read the code. Apparently it's not a very bad blog. It has 1.5k claps, which is a way to write. Right? This guy will explain you. Install Python, install the image AI dependencies, install the other dependencies, install the image AI library, and then step by step he will explain you ki karna kya, right? I am pretty sure right now at this point where you are, Samir, it's basically this way that whatever idea you have, right, it's already been implemented out there. Whatever you're thinking, I think of in a very abstract idea. Can I make a game AI, right? Can I make myself a AI out of the game, out of any game? That's there. Someone has implemented it, but in some other language. So you could look into that and say कि अच्छा ये मैं Python में कैसे करता हूँ और मैं वही language को replicate करता हूँ and make some small changes. So that is what I would say कि you need to do. First, do your Android NG course, then get to the image recognition or text recognition or any other thing that interests you. Basically, the Android NG course will explore will open your ideas and show कि MLDL काम किधर आता है. After that, you can get into कि करना कैसे आगे. Ansh, again, like now for brief, I know a little about Python and about C++. So what would be a good roadmap for internship? Who can guide me? So Ansh, brief about, okay, Prakhar, just a second, Prakhar. What would be a good roadmap? The good roadmap is basically the slides. If you want the slides, I'll send it to you. I'll share the PPT with someone from DSC and they can maybe share it to you. Basically, the first step is going to be getting good at Python. So you say that you're good at Python and C++. You know a bit of Python and C++. That's perfect. The second point would be understanding what exactly can you do with Python or C++. C++ you can make Unity और उसमें games बना सकते हो. Python में you can make a lot of applications and backend code लिख सकते हो. So think about a very abstract idea, Ansh. Let's say you want to scrape the data out of Twitter and you want to collect data so that you can run some piece of software over it. Right now that piece of software is, I do not know which. How exactly do you do that with Python? That is what I would say कि you need to figure out. Basically start building projects that interest you. जो तुमको like अच्छा ये चीज interest कर रही है मेरे को. Start doing that. Right? That is the next point for you. Start making projects. Put them on your GitHub. My first project was a web scraper. My next project was a game. My third project was a game that I converted into a AI. So I made a Flappy Bird and then I made an AI for playing that Flappy Bird. So that is how I like. अच्छा मैंने Python सीख ली, मैंने Python में game बना ली, मैंने AI भी डाल दिया उसमें. Then my fourth project was मूवी रिकमेंडेशन वाला. मैंने सेकेंड ईयर में कुछ किया ही नहीं था तो मूवी रिकमेंडेशन किया सीधा मैंने. फिर उसके बाद मैंने एक पाइथन पैकेज निकाला. सो ट्राई डूइंग दिस, ट्राई लुकिंग अप एंड से कि अच्छा व्हाट आर अदर पीपल डूइंग. इफ यू वांट आई विल शेयर a good link, two three other links that I have. Basically these are GitHub pages where people have accumulated various project ideas sorted under different languages. You can start with them. You can like सोच सकते हैं अच्छा ये चीज कर सकते हैं and then you can start with it. It's very good thing to start. I started from there. I learned Beautiful Soup, the web scraper, from there. That is what I'd say. Slide price prediction. Samir, it's worth making them if you're learning. If you do not know that piece of code that person is going to teach on YouTube or thing, then you need to get to make them so that you can make something else with it, right? You cannot directly jump and make something else. It's good to watch that and then make it very quickly, because if you already have if there's already a guide on it, if there's already a YouTube video on it, then basically you already know it, right? You can simply copy it and make it. You get an idea, then you can apply it in a place. Right, you need to have
so
original
next question
project
is by
ideas. That's what
Sakshi, and she's asking you, how will you deal with any kind of failure? So like failure, it could be rejection from a company, or कोई code unsuccessfully reference and all that. So just to briefly say, don't be afraid of all this failing. वो तुम्हारा कुछ उखाड़ने नहीं वाले, ठीक है? So apply for internships. Like even I applied like 10 internships, got rejected in 9. At least I got one after it, right? So it's not like what you'd be failing through. Like, obviously, I knew when 9 internships what I failed in. I knew that I didn't answer this question well. I felt my data structures were a bit weak. I understood that कि चलो मेरे को मतलब उसने कुछ questions पूछे जो मैं cover कर सकता था but मैंने नहीं पढ़े. So every failure that you have, try to learn something from it. कुछ तो सीखो, like कि अच्छा ठीक है, I'll be prepared for the next one. And there's not like कि there's less opportunity out there. Opportunities बहुत है. You just have to keep your eyes open for them. As soon as you see one, just go and grab it. It's not like what if I fail in this? उसमें problem नहीं है. It's not like I failed for an interview. At least you tried to go for it, right? It's better than not trying, sitting in a place. So I would just say कि don't bother about failing. It does not matter उतना. Ashmit, you can add if you have a point.
What? Yeah, I have a very important point. So failures are very important from my perspective. One, yeah, you should not let them weigh them down to you. Like Karthik said, कि don't bother उतना उनके ऊपर. But one thing you should definitely do is learn from the failure. मैंने अपने 3 internships successfully तो बता दी. मैंने ये नहीं बताया कि there are several others that I failed to get. When my first year, I had applied to around 9 to 10 places in the first year, and I never even got a response. Rather, Internshala ke through apply kiya tha. By the way, Internshala ke through, I do not know a single person who has successfully gotten an internship from Internshala. So be wary of that side. Okay. Second, Internshala ke through I had applied. I got like, okay, you can come for an interview here. I went, and the person said ki you need to pay this much to get an internship. That's when I realized there are scams like these also. Internships are important, and that's why people are ready to pay for them. So one thing that you should do with failures is what I have recently started doing, and with unsuccessful code or failure of rejection, um, write them down what you learned from that failure, right? Have a Google Doc or a sheet maintained, right? Okay, why did this piece of code fail? Why did this test fail on this piece of code? Like, okay, I made a simple syntax error which I could have easily skipped if I read the code before pushing it to GitHub. If why did I fail this interview? This interviewer expected me to know this, right? So that when I go back to that, I should know what should I know a bit more, so that when I sit for the next interview, I'll have an idea, right? So basically, you get rejected in an interview because you did not know something. So you can know that something, and you can go ahead and learn. So that is how, yeah, there is a thing that you can feel like, एक होता है bummer आता है कि यार reject हो गए. वो आएगा, वो एक हफ्ता रुकेगा, but you need to push it off and move ahead. Because if you get stuck to rejections, that's very bad.
Just to say you have failed
Get
6
up,
RP
learn from the
interviews.
failure
So
and move ahead. That's what
you can know how many times I've failed.
अपना
I know. I started in first year. I've been failing
कार्तिक का तो
constantly,
चलता हुआ
and I
मीम
just
है.
just kept going. So just keep going.
Yeah. So Kabir, I am currently in my second year, and I'm really excited to work in any area of technology. The problem is that there are so many opportunities to work with. I'm confused to which I pick. I have already worked on AI, so I made filters earlier, but I got bored. Right now, I'm not doing anything, so I'm confused as to as I am confused as to what to learn because my interest is. So from what I understand, right? Yeah, it's okay to have a confused mind. You're in second year, right? हाँ भाई chill मार, क्योंकि I'm pretty sure I never knew कि I or my friends or Karthik never knew or other like exactly क्या करेंगे. Your projects should never always be in the same field, right? They should not always present MLAI. That's the worst thing you could do. I had projects of varying degree. I had a web scraper. I had a pip library. I had one ML project, right? That is one ML project on my resume was able to get me an ML internship. Basically, Now there are two perspectives to this. One, your perspective as to what you want to learn and what you want to grow into as a career. That has to be through exploration. As I said, you're in your second year, you have a lot of time. Explore what other fields are doing, which of the fields is interesting to you, which is what. Make small projects. You do not always need to make projects that take 1 month. I have made very small projects that are not on my GitHub, but I was like, I wanted to experience. Like recently I'm working on a project that I found, like there is a library that enables you to use quantum computing on your laptop. I like कुछ तो try करके देखते हैं. एक हफ्ते का project उठाया है. I'll finish it in a week and I'll see कि what is that. I am nowhere close to get into a career into quantum computing. I have literally no idea what that is, but I just am intrigued by that. It's okay to be intrigued. It's very good to be intrigued. So from what I understand, you are more towards front end development and you want to get things out. Android, Kotlin, web dev. Try learning all of these languages. Basically, these are mobile and web dev languages which help you. Flutter is a thing that I don't know if you know, you could learn Flutter. It's a very upcoming language, right? Figure out Flutter, make yourself a custom portfolio app for yourself. I do not know how rare that is or how good that is,
Or
but
you could
maybe
just
for
make a
yourself,
small app as
it's
a
a
game
personal
app,
project, right? So
roll a
try
die
doing
app,
that.
wo to 1 minute,
Explore right
like you
now.
can make it really quick, very small apps and try to get them up on Play Store. It's like deployment of your app on Play Store is just like deploying your website on any kind of, domain. So it's the same thing. Try to get your app on the Play Store, try to get a few downloads on it. Like later in the comments, you'll know like people liked it, you didn't like it, what changes you could do to the app. Next, you could upgrade the app and, put an update on the Play Store. So these are a few things you could do in app development. And this is like a banner, what do you say, thingy. DSC is also going to have Android sessions, from this week, where we'll be teaching, it's a course from Google itself. So it's not by us. There will be Google speakers coming over to the platform. They'll be giving you talks on Kotlin, and they'll teach you how to make Android apps, and they'll also show you how to put them on the web, Google Play Stores. So whoever is interested in Android development, you can surely attend that. We'll be posting the details in a few days. So hang in there for that. Yeah. Okay. So let's just take up all the questions really quickly and just.
Yep. Yeah. So Ansh mentioned like DSA or C++. The college, I would say this college now, like for everyone who's right now, college जो सिखाने वाला है वो 10% काम में आएगा. You need to do extra from the college. We can do nothing about it. C++ जो सिखा रहे हैं यार मैंने आज तक नहीं यूज किया है. कुछ नहीं हो. I have never used the C++ that I learned in my college in the last 3 to 4 years. But the things that I did on my own, the Python that I learned and the other things that I learned, that helped me more. So I would say ki pay enough attention to get the good CGPA that you need, and then learn more and learn the actual stuff that is going to be used in the industry. So Prakhar asks, so should I stick or not? Prakhar, there are two things, right? If you actually enjoy Android and development, then stick with it. You figured out your field. Like that is what happened in the end for me. Like my second year में मेरे को लगा कि अच्छा ML is the thing that I want to do, and I stuck with ML. And then third year I spent my time learning more ML. And but in this internship I realized ML is not that much of a thing for me, and I switched my career to data engineering. So basically it's not that different from ML. It's more data handling side of things. But from what I say, कि अगर अभी interest लग रहा है, if you feel like अच्छा this is the thing, then stick with it. Else you could always explore, right? You could always explore. So you do, as I said, you do not need 1 week, 1 month or something to take into web dev or machine learning. It takes 1 to 2 weeks with the amount of resources that are there online. So Samir, I've already answered that question. I'm in the first test. So could you guide? I use Windows Ubuntu. अरे
Yeah.
Ubuntu
So
सीखना है.
I'll
अबे
answer this. So like Ubuntu पे coding is not like anything different. Coding same ही होता है.
Yeah.
Ubuntu is just an operating system. It's more towards work oriented people. Like just look at Ashmeet's OS right now is using Ubuntu, so it has less of all these distractions than the Windows. I would say that because personally I use Linux operating system. So Ubuntu is Ubuntu is actually really good for coding and developing, because it also provides all this less RAM usage applications in the background, so helps your code develop a bit faster. And if you want to learn Ubuntu, you just wait for a few days. We have a session which will be taken up on Linux. So we have a Linux session, and previously, like 2 months ago, I'd also taken a Linux 101 session. So if we'll be uploading the recording for that session, wherein I just taught you key basic commands which will help your Linux workflow, which will let you get started with Linux. So that's a thing. Like even Ashmeet uses Windows. Like, so when we guys are playing games and stuff, Ashmeet switches to Windows, and when he's coding and he's doing his work, he switches to Ubuntu. So you can have a dual setup of Ubuntu also installed on your computer. So look into YouTube videos. If you have any queries, you can hit up on Discord. Like you can come on Discord to the DSC channel. There are a lot of people who use Ubuntu right there, so they'll help you out with your queries.
You can always reach out to me or Karthik through either DSC, or you can reach out directly to me any through like Twitter or my mail. Basically, don't reach out to GitHub. डाल दिया मैंने, but मैं देखता नहीं हूँ अपने GitHub messages. Twitter और mail कर लेना. और DSC पे directly reach out. DM on Discord, I guess, or reach out on general. It's okay. General पे पूछा तो. Does the dual thing make the device slow? No. I don't think so. One compromise होता है कि तुम्हारी battery life थोड़ी hit होती है Windows side of things पे, because you're basically destroying the complete true integration that Windows provided to you with. So थोड़ी सी battery life hit होती है, but other than that, it doesn't really make your device slow. But either my Ubuntu is faster than Windows right now. That is how I like that. That's the thing. Ubuntu provides you with the dev environment
Yeah, I
that is
agree with that.
faster for to work in compared to Windows. What is the average CGPA for internship? यार देख, बाहर अप्लाई कर रहे हो तो यूजुअली 7.58 होती है, बट यूजुअली बाहर अप्लाई करते वक्त उतना नहीं देखते, यूजुअली कम भी होती है. लाइक फॉर मी व्हेन आई उतना कुछ नहीं था मेरे उसके टाइम. जब कंपनी कॉलेज आती है देन दे यूजुअली हैव 7.5 के ऊपर रखना अच्छा है ये हमारे कॉलेज में.
I can looking
that
at
is what I say. Yeah,
the amount of
7.5
intake
plus
now
is
in
better.
the college, I would predict 8 for Microsoft or any companies that will be coming now, because this year it was reduced down from 8 CGPA to 7.5, the CGPA that was for shortlisting. So try to keep it between 7.5 to 8 or 8.5 के बीच में, in that range. 8.5 तक जाओ, उसके ऊपर मत जाना, because उसके ऊपर फायदा नहीं है.
8.5 तक जाओ.
And if you're just above 8, it's more than fine. थोड़ा enjoy भी करो कॉलेज, पागलों से पढ़ाई मत करते रहो 24 घंटे. Participate more in the club activities in your initial years.
Man,
like
that's
you won't get
important.
time
Fully.
during your 3rd and 4th years for all.
One thing that I add here, definitely take part in co-curriculars, right? Me and Karthik started a club in the first year. It had a very funny name from what I remember. We started a club, then we went on to be part of Tekela, the technical fest. Then I was in the first year, then the second year में हम लोग ने वापस टेक फेस्ट और रिवर्ब में भी पार्ट लिया. फिर third year में he was a head, I was the sponsorship head, I was the Tekela co-head for my year, for the second year. He was the technical head for the year. So we had a lot of co-curricular experience also, right? That also matters a lot. You need to show कि अच्छा तुम लोग सिर्फ पढ़ाई नहीं कर रहे हो. You have people, the basic human skills that you need to interact with other people, ask a question and
Yeah,
all,
like
right?
more you
That
interact with
comes from
people,
co-curricular
the more
activities.
you're better
Definitely
with your
take part
team
in those.
building skills. Because in a startup or in any kind of company, it's just not a startup, any company, the more better you are at your speaking skills with your leads, with your teammates, the better your workflow will be. To be honest, मेरे को तो वो लगता है कि the better you communicate with your team, the more better you'll be with your work, because you know what you're doing, you can get your work across really fast. So it all matters. It also helps you increase your confidence. So during your placements or during your internships, interviews, you'll be able to tell them कि I have done something apart from studying itself. And not just that, if you're going for abroad, like if you're going for higher studies, all these co-curricular activities, they matter a lot. Like they matter more than the internships that you have done. They matter, like if you're applying for external colleges, like bahar colleges पे apply कर रहे हो, they see अच्छा इसने club में part लिया है. अगर तुमने extra curricular नहीं किया and you apply outside, it gets really difficult. They really want to see कि you're an outgoing person. So that's a go-to point. It serves both the ways. You have a lot of fun, you get to make new friends across all the domains. So I do suggest take part. थोड़ा pressure रहता है, obviously pressure तो हर जगह ही होगा. You will have to take a bit of pressure कि मतलब ठीक है, you'll have to, but it also teaches you time management. So yeah, I would suggest to take part. So I guess that will be all for the session, guys. If you have any more questions, you can hit us up on Discord channel. So I've shared the link for the Discord in the chat. Just go and join the channel. Ashmeet is also part of the Discord channel. कोई भी doubt हुआ वो आप पूछ लो. We'll be there. We'll answer them whenever we are available. Or you can hit us up on our Twitter handles या फिर they're all there on Discord. So we are always active there क्योंकि 24 घंटे भाई पड़े रहते हैं. So that is there. So it was a great session. Recording for the session will be available as soon as the session ends. So if you want to re-go through the session videos, you can do that. And all the resources that Ashmeet has to share will be also put up on Discord and our WhatsApp group. So we'll make the slides and all available to you if you want to just go through them. Okay, so have a great day, guys. So thanks Ashmeet for coming and guiding everyone in DSC. Bye guys.
Yeah, bro. Bye bye. चल